Alright, we've started. Okay. New game for tonight and the next several days that I decide to stream. I'm playing Resident Evil 4. Like, obviously. That much is obvious. It says right there, for Resident Evil. But, yeah. Specifically, the Gamecube version. So, yeah. No, like, none of the other versions afterwards, especially not like the HD version on PC. So no fancy graphics, no 60 FPS, no separate ways. This is RE4 as Shinji Mikami intended it back in 2005. As God intended, god damn it. Alright. So, at least like on this system file, I've already completed the game on normal. So, why not go straight into professional?
Resident Evil 4.
Now, as for costumes, special or normal? What to choose? Yeah, I might as... I always like special. It's just fun to kind of have that as the, as a little throwback costume to RE2. Yeah, we'll go with that.
1998. I'll never forget it.
Same here, it was a great year for video games. Half-Life, Ocarina of Time, Thief the Dark Project, Metal Gear Solid, StarCraft. Good stuff.
Secret viral experiment conducted by the international pharmaceutical enterprise, Umbrella. The virus broke out in a nearby mountain community, Raccoon City, and hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow crippling its very foundation. Not taking any chances, the President of the United States ordered a contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City.
Yeah, just nuke it.
With the whole affair gone public,
like,
the United States government issued an indefinite suspension
no repercussions from
of
this.
to Umbrella. Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes, Umbrella was finished.
And thus started a point of contention among certain RE fans that care way more about the lore than whether or not the games, like actually play good.
6
But
years
whatever.
have passed since that horrendous incident.
Alright.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
One interesting thing with this that I noticed when I was basically like testing the stream overlay and adjusting the image to make sure that it would work with, you know, the resolution and like the scanline overlay I have on top of this, but one thing I didn't realize happened is that if you load like a New Game Plus playthrough and you've already have like the tactical vest from a previous playthrough and you just pick like the normal outfit to start, like you basically start the game without Leon's jacket, because I guess I never thought of it until that moment that, well, yeah, by the time you get the tactical vest in the game itself, you're way past the point Leon loses his jacket, so they, like, there would have been no reason for them to ever try, like, modeling having that on top of the vest. It's weird.
It was right before I was to take on my duties of protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted. That's the ultimate reason I'm in this lonely and rural part of Europe. According to our
yes, you mean
intelligence,
Spain.
there's reliable information about a sighting of a girl.
The name of a country you refuse to even mention, even though this is clearly where it's supposed to be set.
Unidentified group of people. Who would have thought that my first job would have been a rescue mission?
It's freezing. So cold all of a sudden. Must be my imagination. Sorry it took so long.
Yeah, hope you had a good piss. Hey, Wrath, you made it! Finally, for like the first time in a while. Yeah. Sorry, like, you didn't catch, like, the last couple games I streamed live. I at least try and, like, keep the time that I start consistent, but... I mean, hey, glad you're here for this one. It's RE4. Hectic week? Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Real life, unfortunately, has to take precedence on a lot of people.
I'll go and have a look around.
We'll stay and watch the car. Don't want to get any parking tickets.
Right. Parking tickets.
Good luck.
You're police. If anything, you would probably give the person trying to give you a ticket the ticket instead. Yep.
Leon, I
Definitely
hope you
one
can hear me.
of.
I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission.
Loud and clear. Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's name's
Definitely hoping the
That's right.
image is
She's the
looking
daughter
well
of the president.
for
Try
this
to behave
game
yourself,
since
okay?
I'm back to using the CRT overlay.
They sure picked the wrong girl
After
to
Eternal
kidnap.
Darkness, I've realized
I'll try
that
to find
probably
some
the
more information
trickiest
on my end
thing
as well.
about like trying to
Good.
color balance for
Talk
this
to you
is if
later.
you're playing a game
No,
that isn't by default super bright or vibrant. You know, it was a lot easier when I was playing Jet Set Radio on this, because like that game's all about all the saturation. Oh yeah. Excuse me, you can't be parked here. I'm a police officer. I'm gonna have to give you a ticket.
Forget your makeup or something?
Hey, at least it's the best version. Yes, I'm glad someone else agrees with me on this. Any version that does not require you to play separate ways to get some bonuses is fine by me.
What's the matter? Did you lose your nerve?
Oh yeah, I mean like, the pointer controls in the Wii version are like fun as a novelty, but it does not like override this game like this version. And again, that one has separate ways anyway.
Not that way, cowboy.
I know that. I was just checking, you know? Yeah, whatever. Let's kill some crows. Ah, dang it. Oh, screw it. I should have shot them first just because when you spawn at the very beginning of the game, you're like in the optimal position to shoot all 3 crows and not scare any of them away. Yeah, like this far back is good. And yeah, I'll try to... Well, actually, that's a lie. I'm going to, like, use the retry checkpoint as often as I can. However, if I am not quick to do so and I die, I'm going to let that death, like, stay in my file. Like, the thing with this is that part of what convinced me to do not just a professional playthrough on stream, but also not behold myself to 0 deaths, is that in looking up, because I had a suspicion this was probably the main differentiator for this game's difficulty back in the day, is that it has the whole dynamic rank difficulty thing, you know, where like it adjusts itself based on how good or how poorly you're doing, but professional does not adjust that whatsoever. So even if I die, I'm not going to be like getting a free pass when I get to like some of the harder challenges in this game, you know, like the water room. You know specifically what I mean when I say water room.
Excuse me. Sir?
Sir, I know I don't have a warrant, but in my defense, your door was literally just open. Anyone could have come in here. Hey, Boris the Blade.
You might recognize a girl in this photograph.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? Lárgate, cabrón.
Sorry to have bothered you.
freeze.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I only knew that it became a Snatch reference, that it was a Snatch reference, like, after I had watched Two Best Friends playthrough of this game, because Matt made the same observation that this dude, that first Ganado you fight, looks like Boris the Blade. Spanish villager? Have you heard of Britney Spears? I mean, this is 2004 in universe. She'd still be somewhat relevant, I guess. Maybe after. I don't know. I never paid attention to, like, to that at all.
Is everything okay?
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize him. There are still others surrounding the area.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
Yeah, I guess that could be... Yeah, I could probably, like, see why you think that. Like, I mean, like, she is the daughter of the U.S. president. I mean, like, it's no surprise they try and, like, make her the kind of, like, hot blonde girl. Or whatever. So, yeah, got the ammo upstairs. Most people, like, on their first playthrough would probably think to, you know, just go jumping out the window on the second floor. And that's cool and all, but you don't see often enough people going this way. And it's potentially a lot safer when it comes to positioning. Because you got this nice corner. Oh, and... Okay, I didn't... How did that dude, like... That door is supposed to be blocked. They are not able to get in there. That is... That's cheating. You had a lame cousin who'd shoot the window before jumping out? Yeah, oh man. Like, why would you ever do that? Like, yeah, it's a nice detail that it's in there. But this is an action game. All cool guys literally break through a window as they're jumping out, you know? That's basically a law. It's an unspoken rule. And yes, I am also someone that... He was convinced it was hurt his health, really. That's an odd way of looking at it. To be fair, though, I do think that's at least kind of a funny concept for, like, a game mechanic. Like if there was supposed to be something where you had to, like, get through, like, a window or something to escape from a place, and it's, like, you have the option of, like, doing the longer and safer way of breaking the window before going through, or just jump through automatically and deal with the damage. Yeah. Also, as this is RE4, any good player worth their salt needs to spend a stupid amount of time making sure everything in their attaché case is properly organized at least every 5 to 10 minutes. I actually have a theory on that, about different types of, like, RE4 players and how it correlates to their luck going through the game. And yeah, it is the best menu of all time. I mean, like, just making your inventory like a game in itself is a good way of getting around the fact that you're going to be spending so much time in it. But yeah, as I was saying, I have a theory that there are essentially 3 regular types of players of RE4. This does not count speedrunners because I believe they are, like, in their own category, because if you're speedrunning, there's no reason for you to keep bothering with the attaché case more than necessary. But the idea is that there are 3 types. The first is the one that I'd say I squarely fit in the category of, who like, not only uses the attaché case a lot and organizes the whole thing, I say they respect the attaché case. They worship it. They make sure that everything is nice and tidy and within reach, like, within the necessary amount of category we call potential serial killers. Yeah, well, they are very planning. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, like, if you're good at, like, organizing your attaché case all the time and, like, keeping it the way that works works best in a tidy, organized fashion, then like that extends to your ability when like in the main gameplay itself, because that like diligence and efficiency transfers over to like your cautionary and like efficient approach to dealing with the enemies. The second type are the ones that you're probably more likely to see often when streaming or playing for the internet to watch, where they just let the stuff go into their inventory whichever way. Granted, this also, I think, leads into like when they're like just playing blind for the first time, and in those cases, that's when you start seeing a whole lot of deaths at the expected parts, because if you're diligent with the attaché case, chances are you're going to be able to avoid a lot of the potentially embarrassing deaths. But then there's the third category. The category that I think can best describe Pat Fuckboyven, formerly of Two Best Friends Play, which he very much did during their RE4 playthrough, where he, out of spite, kept his attaché case disorganized just to, like, annoy the people like me who are like, seriously, for God's sake, fix your attaché case. And instead chooses to go the childish route of, you can't make me. And that makes, not only do they end up facing about the same amount of deaths as Category 2, but their deaths end up being a whole lot more karmic as a result. So yeah, if you play this game, don't be like the third category. You know? Strive to be Category 1. Respect the attaché case, and it'll respect you back, and by extension, the rest of the game will. Keep all this in mind as we go into one of the absolute best opening fights of any game. Yep. Gotta love the attaché case. I'm so glad that they brought as much of that back as they could for RE8. That inventory system. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sending you a playing manual. Hope you find it useful.
I'll take a look at it, thanks.
Hey, here's a playing manual for a game that you probably already figured out half of the stuff you need to do. Yeah. This is also one of those situations where you look at like these old screens and they very clearly make the most sense for the Gamecube. Because you look at them in like the HD version and you very clearly see how they've had to Photoshop over the old like button prompts with whatever like Xbox or PlayStation buttons that they use for the platform they're on. Yep. She's 20. So yeah. Basically getting out ahead of anyone that would have tried to make this creepy. Yep. Now then. Oh man, this upcoming fight. It looks so much like RE4. I hope RE8 does mean it. I hope RE4. I hope it does, because it means people were dumb and thought it was a remake for like the Star Fox Grand Prix League. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. I mean, I'm already excited enough just because of like 9-foot tall vampire MILF and werewolves and like that weird Bloodborne hunter dude who kind of looks like Maximilian. Like if Maximilian was cosplaying a Bloodborne hunter. It does, yeah. It's a shame I'm just not going to be able to really, like, buy it when it comes out. You know? Kind of the same for, like, I wasn't able to do it with RE7 when that launched. But then again, with RE7, I didn't have the highest of expectations, so I was pleasantly surprised after watching a couple playthroughs and then, like, trying some of it for myself. But yeah, I'm sure that'll be a good time. Absolutely. Now, on the fly, I need to think. There are two ways that I could potentially see myself wanting to go about this section. Always looked at 7 as a solid proof of concept with a lot of potential for the upcoming game. Totally. Like, I thought that exact same thing after RE7, and it was being proven in a lot of the footage for 8. Yeah. I've gotten so many bullets. I'm going to have to spend as much as I can just to keep it under 100. Yeah, it was like word of mouth was pretty important. But yeah, I need to do some. I need to figure out on the fly what strategy I want to go with for this section, because I already know about the other El Salvador, Dr. Salvador, that you can fight to get the ruby. But I'm wondering if I want to either trigger the shotgun cutscene and like get this other second doctor out on the field, or do I want to, after getting the ruby, take advantage of a trick I recall seeing Carcinogen use in like one of his no damage playthroughs, in which he shoots a hole in a wooden door, keeps it closed, and then just knifes all of the ganados through the hole and manages to avoid damage. I imagine that feels like very cheeky, especially because I'm not aiming to do a no damage run of this game on stream, but like, I mean, again, like, it's something you don't normally see a lot of when people play this game on Twitch. It's like, why not? Do combo? Yeah, by do combo, I refer you're talking about like the knife, or you mean just like face both Dr. Salvadors? Oh, forgot to grab the ammo. Ah! Oh yeah, mean game combo. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this because I'll at least save this green herb to mix with the red and yellow that are in this area. Because right now... Yeah. Gonna dump both the grenades I have on this doctor right up ahead. And his two cronies. Ugh. Why are grenades, specifically the grenades in this game and their throwing arc, feel so right? They manage to get away with making you feel like that you are accurate with your grenade throws, even though they do not have like a visible arc on screen to tell you. It's like you just look and you instinctively know. God, this game is so good about everything. Okay, good, he died. Dang it, no. Ah, shoot. Because it's obnoxiously good at aiming and is built amazingly around that. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's good at that, but even then, like, this game isn't really, like, running at, like, the highest, like, field of view possible, you know? Like, even though, like, it's a lot closer and, like, it's not quite at, like, 90 or above, it still manages to give you just the right sense of depth for it to work. Okay, at this point, after wasting these healing items, I think I am gonna... I'm just gonna skip the, getting the shotgun and triggering the next Salvador. I'm gonna show off that, that little knife trick I was talking about. It's real silly. Okay, and it's done with this door. Yeah, like so. Just let them come. I even keep missing, like, the kick prompt. Yep. Yep, and you can even kick them through the doors if they're in just the right spot. I love how silly this trick is, but honestly, with it being professional, I'll take it. This game's about survival, not style. Ah, no, I didn't mean to open it like that. Ah, dang it. Well, at least thank you, door, for closing on me. So yeah, it's not entirely being done exactly the same way Carsey did on his playthroughs. But hey, it's working. And if you want to, you could still kick over the door to, like, to stagger them if you want. It is, yeah. Like, even if the intent for these tricks are, like, for avoiding, for, like, getting no damage, it's still fun to do every once in a while in a regular playthrough, because it's, like, you know? It's, like, extra different things that you can do. No, you are not? Ah. Well, whatever, it's not like I need to run anywhere. Yeah. This'll still take a while, though. Yeah. Come on. Get a face full of knife. Yeah. If only they stopped backing away enough. Absolutely. Versatility in tactics is a very strong way of extracting a lot of depth out of your game when it has very solid and simple concepts. So yeah, I didn't show it in the most, like, high-octane, tense way possible, because, like, you could watch literally anyone else. Hey, Gev, yeah, you made it just in time for bingo.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Yep. Almost late title card. It just says Resident Evil, not Resident Evil 4. Or 4 Resident Evil.
Hunnigan, I have some bad news. I've confirmed the body of an officer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I also didn't mention with this stream, like, how long I plan to go for. The intent I have for each stream is that I am going to get through each act per night. Must get some sleep shortly. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. Oh well. Okay, now to get the, yep, there's the yellow herb. Yeah. So yeah, basically this first stream is going to be Act 1, which means going through the first 3 chapters up through the fight with Del Lago, you know? I figured at least, like, with the length of each act, it'll probably, most of them, fit all in a single stream. That might not be the case when it comes to, like, some of the chapters in the castle, because the castle is huge. But, at least for Acts 1 and 2 with the village, it's totally doable, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yep, I totally did. Yeah. Funny enough, Carcinogen, in his playthrough, did not save the dog. Again, I kind of goes back to what you said about speedrunners being potential serial killers. Clearly, no sense of remorse or empathy. Yeah, so... Okay, double checking my map. Yeah, there is, like, and also the other thing is that I have, like, a map image on my laptop that I have open at the same time to double check for the treasures. Because as long as I have that, there's no reason for me to ever buy the treasure maps from the merchant, and I plan to get every treasure as I come across them. Like with a completionist mindset, this like, just an average, like, playthrough of this game is so satisfyingly long. Like, that's what I love about it. Oh, no, can I get that? Oh, phew. That almost disappeared on me. I forgot just how, like, long those item pickups last for before they completely despawn. It's funny how that works. And yes, I am not the kind of person that takes all, that destroys all crates and barrels with the knife, because with how I play and liking to conserve ammo, well, it's a mix of conserving ammo but also keeping it under a general limit. Which is to say, if my ammo for any gun goes above 2 stacks, that is clearly when I have too much and I need to start dumping. And what better way to dump unnecessary ammo than right into a dude's skull? It's one of those things where I feel like, because of how I play, I never really run into the situation I see other people do where get into where they end up getting more ammo of what they regularly use because they keep wasting it. Meanwhile, I get more ammo than I normally want to hold, in addition to stuff like TMP ammo, which is a gun that I never use. Okay. Right, and because the shotgun takes up quite a lot of space, doesn't apply to TMP? Yeah, I had a feeling that was the case. Yet another reason for me to hate it. Otherwise, if it knew what guns I prefer to use, it would just stop dropping it for me for all time. So yeah, I am, as you can tell, I am on team anti-TMP. It's just not my thing. It's clearly a worthwhile weapon to use for people that are getting adjusted to the game and kind of want to, like, get some easy kneecaps on, like, large mobs of people. But, like, the main problem I have with that is that you can still be just as efficient in doing that when you get some of the later guns and upgrade their firing rates. No one's on Team TMP, really. It's the real meme weapon. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, like... Yeah, Matilda less so, just because of how, like, in terms of handguns, the Red 9 just overshadows everything. Wait, no, I was thinking of the Blacktail. But, yeah, like, Mine Thrower, yeah, it's not a meme, because even the people that are adamant about the TMP recognize that the mine layer freaking sucks ass. It's like, why... This is, like, only weapon of its type with even more limited ammo, and you're somehow expected to get more, like, just as much out of it than even, like, the kind of lame auto weapon. I think that's kind of like the ultimate problem I have with TMP that's not just specific for this game, but literally every other action RE. It's that I just don't find the automatic weapon satisfying. Like this series wasn't built on it. Freaking Resident Evil 1 didn't even have a machine gun or SMG of any kind. The weapons you had were all single shot. And, like, it makes sense why you had that, because ammo conservation is such a big, recognizable part of this series. So, yeah. Okay. And just double checking my treasures. Yeah, the Chico weapons are at least fun enough. Hand cannon is, like, total overkill, of course. And like that weird, like, PRF laser or whatever it's called from the PS2 version onward is like, I think even that goes beyond my limits of, like, what busted nonsense I can take from the chi weapons. PRL, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, because it's like, at least with the hand cannon, you still have to aim. PRL just, like, takes that whole thing out of the equation. Like, what's even the point anymore? That said, the only thing I will really give credit for to the PS2 version and onward when it came to extra content, the second set of special costumes for Leon and Ashley are fantastic. Ashley's especially, just because of how hilarious it is in nullifying, like, the main threat that you have to worry about whenever she's in play. Because, like, no one is able to pick up that suit of armor. Okay. I'm going to get closer for that in a little bit. But, as always, never let this fall into the pool of manure. Want that pearl pendant nice and sparkly. And, oh, wait. Grab. Is that a... Oh, hell yeah. Golden egg. Yeah. Considering this is the second time I've seen it happen, like, as soon as I entered this room on Professional, I'm pretty sure it is, like, the rate at which those specific eggs show up is tied to this difficulty. Which, I guess that makes sense because of how, the dynamic difficulty rank is in this game. Like, I imagine if you had a low dynamic rank, this game would just keep giving you the regular eggs. Yes, I was thinking the exact same thing, Gev. I am absolutely gonna hold on to this egg right until I get to Sadler, and then just chuck it in his face before shooting the rocket launcher at him. I am now going to do this. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I am so... Whoa, I was not expecting you there. I am trying to save and talk with my audience, Mr. Spaniard. Oh, look at that chunky salsa. Yeah, alright. Yes, the egg. You all will keep me beholden to this. I will carry this egg to the very end. It's a shame, though, that this game didn't have the idea of the rotten eggs until RE5. Like, that was such a fantastic, like, extension of the idea behind the eggs in this game, you know? And the fact that throwing a rotten egg at an enemy counts as an insta-kill on whoever it hits is just... that is one of those type of gamey things that is the best. Like, who cares if, like, no one's ever actually died from receiving a rotten egg thrown into the face, but... No! Ow! Well, that's okay. There's at least another egg over there, and I'll use that to heal me. Yeah. You always gotta check. And it's like, oh wait, it's a brown egg. Oh yeah, that's even better. Oh yeah. Alas, I do not have the patience to try and farm this area to get into Tache case full of eggs. As funny as that is. but that's whatever, it's fine. Let's get the rest of these medallions. How's it? Oh my goodness, I am such a bad shot at that distance. Yeah. It teases you, though, when you go through that thing, by making you think that you can still hit it, because you see, like, the dot on the laser sight when it goes over it. It makes you think that, even though you're working at a huge disadvantage. Secret agent's gotta eat? Yeah, it's gotta get that protein wherever you can, man. I mean, if it really was, like, more about, like, survival in this case, they would allow you to, Oh, wait, that's right, because... yeah, because I remember, you can totally also, like, kill fish in the few areas they show up in, so that's another source of sustenance. It's just the only thing that's missing is that you should be able to collect the chicken you kill and then eat them for that delicious poultry. Yeah. Resident Evil 4, the game that lets you be as kind or as cruel to animals as you want to be. Oh, thanks for the herb. Put that here. Okay. Still doing pretty good on keeping within my ammo limits. This is all fine and good. Oh yeah, spinel. Okay, yeah, I also need to double check my map again to make sure. Right, so there's one more spinel in this area, and then there's the beer stein. That's also another thing you don't really get, you don't really see often when people are playing through this for the first time. Realizing how valuable the treasures are when you can combine them. Like, they always find the base ones, but never really the, like, the additional gems that are supposed to go in them. Okay. And then the next medallion is up here. You know, I'm definitely glad that there's been, like, a good mix lately of, like, RE games that are going for, like, the new first-person perspective, but also still making ones that are about, like, the over-the-shoulder third-person camera. But I'm still always gonna miss this specific style of over-the-shoulder camera with the tank controls. Because it's like... like, they're never going to go back to it just because everyone is already so used to the, quote, correct way to do this method of control. But there's so many more interesting things they could have done with this particular control method combined with the camera. You know? I mean, like, I mean, stuff like this that is really understated about RE4 and 5 is how you essentially get like a method of quick turning that is not a 180, you know? You press the C stick in the left or right direction, tap R, and you basically start turning in like 60-degree increments. It's not quite 90, which I probably would have preferred, but it works well in this case, you know? It can sometimes, like, save your life when it happens. And then imagine if they could, like, have thrown God Hand's, like, dodge system on the right stick in there as well, in, like, another way or something. Like, there's all kinds of interesting, like, control things you could have done with this. And, you know, because it goes back to something that most regular players won't ever really think about. But, like, as long as your, like, control, as your game design is, oh, shoot, I dropped down on the wrong side, god damn it. But yeah, it's like, when you design your game around the specific controls and limitations you have set in front of you, then it absolutely can be considered, like, 100% fair and valid design, you know? Like, the whole point of game controls is that they should be in service in the specific type of, like, mechanics and experience you create, not the other way around. If Capcom can figure out, like, a new IP that somehow mixes shooting here and some similar melee to God Hand, I'd backflip and break my neck in joy. Yeah, I'd be right there with you, buddy. Yeah, I mean, heck, even within RE context and what I just said, I still think back to, like, one of those early RE5 trailers back before, like back when it was still being presented as, like, a Chris-only game. They had scenes where he was straight up juking a machete and that it did not look like it was a QTE. No, Ark, it has to play like Ass Creed to be good. Yeah. Ass Creed, more like ass. Yeah. I'm gonna do one extra save over here because you can never be too cautious. Yeah. Let's see, how long? 41 minutes, yeah. Hopefully with, like, how delivered I'm going with, I do hope that I am able to get through all of these first 3 chapters within, hopefully, 2 hours or so. Because it's like I am streaming this in the evening, and I at least want to be, like, considerate to, like, the other people, like, in the apartment. Because at least, like, my sister, like, ends up going to bed a whole lot earlier than I do. Anyway, time for the one thing that you always tolerate with this game, and that is the QTEs. Yes, not enjoy, tolerate. Granted, they're short enough to be not the biggest issue, and are fairly consistent. Yeah. They had the creed to play like ass and they stuck to it. Yeah, I guess they are kind of fun. Yeah. I think where they're most fun is when they're actually in gameplay and not in anything that has, like, a sort of cinematic quality to it. Because it's like... Because I appreciate how awesome the knife scene with Krauser is, but I'm not always fond of having to keep going through, like, the button presses on that sequence every time. But if it's like... But, I don't know, like, if it's like the Verdugo fight, for instance, I don't mind doing that. You know? Because it's being mixed in with your regular gameplay in a way that, like, helps punctuate it. Yeah, the telegraph part is, like, the key to it. It also helps in this case that there's really, like... There's only ever 2 buttons you need to mash, and there's only ever 2 types of button combos that you have to press at once. It's both L and R, and it's A and B. You know? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll at least say, like, at least with Krauser, like, the QTEs during his boss fight are totally fun in that case. But yeah, it's just just that first knife fight scene is so tense. Just because one mispress or mistiming, like, ends up killing you. Okay. Okay, here are the dynamite, boys. Let's see if I can shoot it in his hand. Ah, no. Well, a headshot's good enough. No. Ah. Can I shoot one of these dynamites in their hand, please? Please. Oh. Oh dear, I think someone's trying to shoot me from there. Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright. Spinel and screw you, spider. No mercy. This isn't even my house. But I already want to burn down this neck of the woods. Hey, Oni, how's it going? Yeah. I'm a bit behind on, like, checking every single message that pops in the chat just because I'm, like, constantly going back and forth between the OBS program as well as pulling up the treasure map that I have to make sure that I get every collectible. Okay, but I at least got the spinel there. Yep. And that's what the quick turn is good for. When you get in through the window, it's like rather than slowly turn 90 degrees like an idiot, you just tap the C stick right and press R, you know, and you're good to go. Gotta love this game. Yeah. Yeah, nice you're working from home. Yeah. Kind of wish I could as well, but thankfully my workplace is, like, small enough and with the same amount of people that, like, you know, diseases going around isn't an issue. Everyone's pretty much safe. Okay, so we cleared out this house. Yeah, so... yeah, the cat's eye is in this area with the, with a little nest. Which you are very easily able to make out, even with this being like a 480p game, you know, at this resolution. But it's just like the brightness and contrast of the texture on interactable or destructible items is always different, which is smart, you know? Like, we can already establish again and again with this game that it is just smart. And at least now we're coming up on the end of Chapter 1-1. Okay. Yeah, there's no more, like, in this area. I don't have to check again until after the big fight at the beginning of of Chapter 1-2. Oh yeah, the big cheese. If only they called him the head cheese. Alright. Yep. Still got everything. Plenty of pistol ammo, shotgun ammo, grenades, red and green herb, the egg, which Oni, you missed it. We have decided that this golden egg I was able to, like, immediately catch upon entering the chicken farm earlier, and with this, I'm going to hold on to this until the very end of the game, and just to throw at Sadler's face during his boss fight. Just because. We're calling it the egg. Okay. Just push this over here. Show of hands, who was incredibly nervous when they, like, saw this and heard the noises and thought that it was gonna be a monster that pops out? And not what is actually gonna happen in this cutscene. It's just the way this room in that dresser is framed, like, it is so ominous. Yep, same here.
Little rough, don't you think? You're not like them?
No. You?
I mean, I am a cop, but not those cops.
I have only one very important question. You got a smoke?
Got gum.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Big cheese.
What?
This Spanish, like, Rasputin-looking dude who just stole Mr. X's coat. Okay. Yeah, you take care, Wrath. I'll still be here. Yeah, I guess I could kind of see that. Alright. You too, Gav. Yeah.
Feeble
Have a good night.
humans. Let us give you
Cool. Yeah. Next stream should be Wednesday. Yes, I'll be taking very good care of that egg.
soon. You will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wake up.
Ay. Crawl out of one hole and into another.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Americano, see? Now what brings a bloke like you to this part of the world? Oh, hey, easy, whoever you are.
Name's Leon.
Oh, Louis, you're
Came here
so
looking for
great.
this girl. Seen her?
Or Luis, but
You're
whatever.
supposed to be a cop or something?
Leon's American, so he just pronounces it like Louis.
Maybe.
Okay, let me guess. She's the president's daughter?
That's too good for a guess. Want to start explaining?
Psychic powers.
Nah, just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers talking something about the president's daughter in the church.
Oh, man. Jeez.
And
That
who might
Ganado
you be?
just has so much more
Me, I'm
blood
gonna
on
say
him than any other
be a
person
cop
in
in
this
Korea.
whole game.
But now I'm just a good-for-nothing guy who happens to be quite a ladies' man.
Why'd you quit?
Phew, policia. You put your life on the line. Nobody really appreciates you enough for it. Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
Yeah, that's
Somehow
It's
I managed
pretty
to get
rotten
myself
luck, all
involved
things
with the incident in
considered.
Raccoon City on my
your first
day
day
on
as a
the force.
cop is you
That
being
is
in
the
the
incident
middle of a
with the viral
zombie
outbreak, right?
apocalypse.
I think I might have seen a sample of the virus in a lab at the department.
Alright. Okay, here it comes. LNR or A and B? Which is it gonna be, game?
Do something, cop!
After you.
A and B.
Now!
Although, to be fair, I do recall, like, the window on that being especially generous. Alright.
It's Leon. Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner, but I was a bit tied up.
You're okay, right?
I'm fine. There was a male civilian.
Wait, you
held captive.
can press
According to
both
him,
LNR
this was
and
at a
A and
church
B all
somewhere.
at once
What
when
happened
you
to
get
him?
those
He
prompts?
managed to escape.
I
You have a fix
I mean,
on
to
the
be fair, I
location of
honestly
that
never
church?
thought to really like
But apparently there's a secret passage
do
in
it
the
that
village
way.
leads there.
I just always
I'm
kind of
heading
had
back to the
like
village.
my thumb and fingers like at the ready for either. Okay. Oh yeah. Now for the real best character of this game. The character that they should have brought back for RE5, or at least made like an appropriate analog for. But hey, at least we get like the weird fat dude in this carriage in RE8. That's close enough, I guess. I'll give it a try. And if it does result in a death, then at the very least, like I'll accept it, just because I'm not making a point of trying to complete this game with 0 deaths recorded on file.
What are you buying?
Okay, now then, attach.
Cash, stranger. What
Wait,
are you
what?
buying?
Oh right, of course.
What are you selling?
Yeah, I need to. Shoot, I completely forgot. Oh yeah, that's right, of course. I have to, like, sell off the treasures I've got first. Which, oh yeah, just so I don't accidentally sell, like, the cat's eye. Let me just go ahead and combine these. There. Now I can sell off my spinels, pendant, and ruby. Yeah.
Welcome. What are you buying? What are you selling? Ah, I'll buy it at a high price.
Ah.
Thanks.
It's like sex in auditory form.
Ah, I'll buy it at a high price.
Oh, you will.
Thank you. Is that all, stranger?
Yep.
Thank you.
There we go.
What are you buying?
Attaché case medium. Get.
Thank you. Is that
Rifle.
all, stranger?
Get. Oh, right. I need to, Nah. I'm not gonna place it there just yet. Move all these down one. Playing this, on a Wii, with component cables. Yeah. So this is basically as close as you're gonna get to, like, best image quality at the original resolution and specs as the GameCube version would have, you know? Only reason it's not on original GameCube is that A, I don't have it with me at the moment, it's in storage, and B, I don't have, like, a good component solution for that, because it's, like, very costly. And then, yeah, so... yeah, I think I'll go back to, keeping the ammo over here. Like, as the attaché case gets larger, I always, start making, at least during medium and large size, I keep the, ammo along the upper right, side. And then, kind of move the grenades there. Yeah, I'll still keep it over here.
Thank you.
Alright. No, we're not getting the TMP. No, not the rocket launcher. Yes to the scope. Oh, right, Yeah, I'll just keep the, right there. Yep, inventory management. It is, like, the most fun it's ever been. And that's it. So... combine that with that so that we're ready. Okay. Wish I had a bit more grenades than I do currently, but... no, that's whatever. Gonna try and snipe as many of these dudes as I can through the hole. Unless, wait, right, I want to just keep checking these barrels and such. Right, yes, of course. Can't say no to another herb. Right, so And I forget, there isn't anything else, like another barrel or something behind him, is there? I think there is. Oh yeah, there were. Ooh, of course. Can't have enough red and green mixes. There. Now to save, and then we'll get on with this next big set piece, as it were. Which, as we know, was teased in the next time on little image at the results for Chapter 1-1. Which is always a nice touch that I liked, and I feel is a big contributor to why this game's pacing feels so good, is because they do a lot to highlight that kind of no matter where you are in the game, every chapter has like some sort of big moment. And it's not always like a moment that's meant to like cap the end of a chapter, you know? Like this whole arena is Chapter 1-2's big moment, and it's right at the start. Oh, no. Ah. Feel embarrassed that I missed the first shot, but didn't alert anyone. At least not yet. Yeah. Oh, God! Not cool, man. Okay. Well, you know, at least for right now, yeah, because, like, at least on professional, I do not feel comfortable whatsoever being at anything below green health because of the movement penalty. Yeah. But right now, I am going to get all holy on these people with my pump-action shotgun. And then get to my ideal vantage point. Ah, alright! Blew his head off quite nicely. Surprised that there's not like a whole crowd on me just yet. That's odd. Oh, but now I guess they're starting to come. No, 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 no. Oh dear. Well, at least the... Oh. Ooh, okay. That was good. Okay. It feels almost disgusting how generous, like, the hitboxes on the dynamite are in your favor. You still like to save bullets, so you wouldn't usually bait knife. Yeah, I would too, but I think I would... But, like... the way I go about playing RE4 is that I tend to keep, like, a self-imposed limit on how much ammo I carry for a gun at a time. Which is typically, I try and keep it to only 2 stacks of the same ammo type. If it goes into a third, I'll keep it, like, within, like, my soft limits. But if it goes to the point where it becomes 4 stacks, I realize I've hit too much. Because with how I play the game and how much I strive to conserve and make every bullet count, it's like, I don't ever find myself in a situation anymore where I need to conserve ammo. Because that's less the issue. The bigger issue is making sure that I am using enough ammo to offset all future ammo pickups. It's weird that way. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I'm constantly reminded of how different this game feels to me because of how I play compared to how a lot of other people do it. Yeah, dynamite shooting is super good. Like, I just love in general how this game goes out of its way to, like, emphasize the fact that there are basically 2 different, like, hitboxes for dynamite and grenade explosions. There's there's basically the smaller hitbox that is designed to damage you if you're too close. And then there's the even wider hitbox that only stuns you, but will always damage and, like, come close to killing other enemies in the area. Like, that is such a genius design decision. One thing I don't like how Evil Within 1 did it. Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, like, if you know me, there's a lot of things about Evil Within 1 that I don't like. That did in comparison to this game. But it's like, yeah. Oh well. There are some areas of it that I like, at least. Some aspects of it are pretty cool. It's just a shame that it's not at the same level of consistency that, like, not even this game, but, like, to the same consistency of something like Remake. Or any other, like, Shinji Mikami game. Well, I mean, like, I guess I'll still say the Evil Within 1's credit, it's still better than Piano 3. That game still, no matter how you shake, it feels like a half-baked concept. Like, they had like a general idea of what they wanted to do, but that just had no idea how to flesh it out further. Okay, how much? Yeah, I'm already down to that stack. I think I'll go back to the pistol for now. Oh yeah. Basically, once you know to like hug this this high ground area and the fact that they are not able to climb up to you this way, it's pretty easy to like clear out this whole area. That's another thing that is different about how I play this versus how most others do it. They always try and like deal with whatever enemies are in front of them while beelining for the main objective, which in this area's case is to get the 2 emblem pieces. But I just never think about trying to, like, juggle that many things at once. In RE4, the boldest measures are the safest. Yeah, totally. You know? And it also kind of feeds back into why I always end up with more ammo than I feel like I need to hold. Just because I am being that extra safe. I think you actually had like missed it earlier at the start of the stream, Oni. I was describing to Wrath that I have theories about what are the 3 categories of RE4 players, and the short of it is that like category A is for people like you and me who are very diligent and efficient in everything they do, as well as which is based on how well organized you keep your attaché case. Second category are the people that are more often than not playing it blind for the first time and kind of experiencing the majesty of this game firsthand, which means they aren't privy to all its tricks or like the best gameplay strategies, so they kind of take a whole lot of deaths as they come along. And then category 3 are for people that deliberately go out of their way to disorganize the attaché case out of spite for other people, and that leads to them facing about the same amount of deaths, if not more, and they always feel karmic as a result. Because the attaché case is something you must respect. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk on the virtues of diligent item management in Resident Evil 4. Oh, and just as I said that, the combat music died. Excellent! And this is on professional as well. And outside of like one moment where I got like thrown to like a magic pixel during the opening village fight, I am doing pretty well, all things considered. I've definitely come a long way since the last few times I played this game on professional, you know? You just retain a lot of this game's tricks and your best strategies. And a lot of them always vary from person to person, which is the beauty of it. You know? People can always keep arguing about what is, like, the, quote, right way to play RE4. But really, the answer is that, like, there are multiple right ways to play this, to play RE4. As long, of course, it does not involve the TMP. Or the mine layer. Okay. Anything else? Ah, yeah, good old shotgun ammo. Okay. Let me just double check my map. Right, yes, it's the next room after this. I gotta get the elegant mask and the spinel. the one that's in the furnace. Okay. Oh yeah, and also before I know that there's another yellow herb that I can definitely mix with one of the red-green mixtures I have already. And what do we got? Oh yeah. Yep, right through here, I remember. Bam! And we'll combine that. And we do not need to consume it just yet. Not until I come close to dying, or at least get into yellow health. I forget, is there anything... Ah yeah, just a single barrel. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's all the things of note that I wanted to get. Yeah. I think the next time I see the merchant in the church, that's when I'm gonna start investing in some of the weapon upgrades, you know? I don't feel like necessarily going all the way back in. Wait, what the heck? Oh. I can't believe I forgot to get those 2 medallions in there. Well, once I get to the village square, I'll take a quick detour through there and, like, shoot them. Alright. Oh, I love this atmosphere. Oh, Red 9 all the way. Yeah. Blacktail, for all intents and purposes, like, it's not a bad gun, but it's like... the extra inventory space you have to, like, accommodate the Red 9 and its stock, I think makes it absolutely worth, like, is worth the trade-off for, like, just getting that good of a gun. Especially when you, like, fully upgrade it. Plus, I just really like the look of it. Yeah. And then, at least when it comes to shotguns, this one, I think, I don't know how common this actually is for a lot of people, but, when it comes to, like, getting, like, the shotguns later down the line, these days I actually avoid getting the striker. I stick with the riot gun. And the reason for that is because, while, yeah, Striker is very powerful, it is a shorter range gun. And it's like, I prefer my shotguns when they have a very good reach. There we go. Yeah. And then, of course, when it comes to rifles, like, semi-auto it's no question, really. I mean, it's practically a necessity just because of when you get to the island and you want to deal with the regenerators in a way that's sane, you need it just so you can equip the thermal scope. So yeah, basically, oh yeah, and of course when it comes to magnums, Broken Butterfly, just purely based on the reload animation. So those are basically the 4 main guns I stick with. First shotgun is the most reach with the exclusive upgrade. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I just like but even then with the riot gun is like, it is more powerful. And I guess for me it's just like it's a much nicer kind of middle ground for me in terms of power and reach. Striker definitely has the most power, but it's asking you to get a whole lot closer to enemies than, like, these days I'm comfortable with doing nowadays. Got him! Alright. And, oh yeah. I gotta keep using all of this handgun ammo. My stack's getting ridiculous. And I'm not anywhere near a merchant, so it's not like I can really, like, sell these for, like, a few measly pesetas. Alright. Yeah. I feel like maybe something that I'd be interested in doing, maybe not like on a fresh professional playthrough, but at least on like a new round of normal or something, is that Striker main benefit is inventory management. Yeah, that, like, yeah, because it's smaller, but also once you get the once you get the exclusive upgrade that lets it hold 100 rounds, like, you're basically set to the point that you no longer need to have 2 stacks of the shotgun ammo, which is nice, yeah. But no, I was thinking that maybe not for like a professional playthrough, but a normal one. I'd be interested in trying a playthrough where I just stick with the starter versions of these type of guns. You know, like the 9mm, the pump action, and the rifle. You know, like, especially considering all the fact that like all these guns have different exclusives that you get for upgrading them all the way. It's like I'd be at least interested for novelty's sake, trying to see what that's like. Yeah, Dawn's Night. It's like it's definitely up there. It's great feedback and combined with reach as well. At least in a third-person game, for sure. Because if we're making a distinction between that, then clearly best shotgun in a first-person game has to go to Prey. But not Prey. No, I meant Fear. I'm getting my single-word title PC games mixed up. Yeah. But then, yeah. Like, I've never done the type of playthrough. But then again, I've never really done a whole lot of other playthroughs that don't deviate from what I normally do. Because it's just what I'm most comfortable with, and everyone has their preferred style of play. Now then. There are fish down there. On some playthroughs, I would go to the trouble of just, like, grenading all the fishes down there, packing my attaché case with everything that I can get, and then sell it to the merchant later, which I might still do. Not for a whole lot of fish, just the big, like the large size bass. Because it at least is amusing that the game even is designed to let you do this. Like, seriously. No, that's not the one. Yes, large size. Thank you. I forget, is there any other... Alright, and you can't use it here, but... Yeah, there's obviously the extra pesetas down here. Flash grenade, too. Very appreciated. Although I am kinda, It's very hard to keep your attaché case organized the way you want it when you're back to just the small and medium sizes. Only when you get large and then extra large do you really appreciate the creativity and expression you get in organizing your inventory just the way you like it. Just to get rid of that one bullet. Okay, what's up here? I recall there's another pendant. Yep, that's the one. Okay. Oh, but also some birds. Oh, nice! I managed to get both of them, including the one that was mid-flight. And oh, why do I keep picking up the whatever. I am a slave to my self-imposed inventory limits. Then again, this probably would not be much of a concern if the amount of ammo you can hold in a single stack was way larger than it is. You know, at this point, I might as well. That'll just be more stuff to sell to the merchant once I get to the church. Whoa, whoa. Not gonna fall for that. Yeah. Man, you gotta love how, even with this being very consistent in its over-the-shoulder camera perspective, that it's able to adjust itself just slightly enough to give you those great pan-up shots and whatever, you know? Actually controlling the way the, like, actually being able to kind of control, like, on the developer's end, the way the camera works and shows you things is, like, a lost art. Just because so many people have had such bad experiences with other game cameras that they'd rather be left with the responsibility themselves of having to manually adjust it, rather than letting the developers design it to provide, like, the optimal kind of experience. Yeah. I'm not gonna keep reading, I'm not really gonna spend much time even, like, looking at all these notes. To be fair, like, they're not even that great or add that much to, like, the world, just because it's, like, it's not even really world building, it's just, like, extra exposition from other characters' perspectives that specifically have to do with what your mission is here. And what the enemy's motivations are. You know? The notes here would be a whole lot more interesting if it actually had something to do with, like, what life in the village was like before Sadler's crew showed up with the plug, as it was like, hey, take this. It's especially true just because, like, that note that we picked up is specifically designed to clue you in even a bit ahead of time what this whole scene is about, and why Leon just doesn't get murked right then and there.
You're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
Okay. Right. Okay, and the next treasures I have to worry about in the area up ahead are another ruby from Dr. Salvador and an extra spinel. Yep. Next chapter showing the graveyard, which, funny enough, like, I mentioned with the chapters and, like, the next time on, like, they're generally pretty good at, like, highlighting what the actual big moments are for that chapter, but, like, the church graveyard ain't anything, really. They should have been teasing, like, the lake with Del Lago, because that's where the real excitement is. You know? Just the moment that showed that the bosses in Resident Evil games were getting a massive glow-up.
Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Fill me in.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los Illuminados.
The Enlightened.
That's a mouthful.
Or Illuminated, or whatever.
I had an unexpected run-in with the big cheese of this village.
But you're okay, right?
Yeah. But he could have killed me, but he let me live. And he mentioned something about me carrying the same blood as them. Whatever that means.
Shooting the water? Oh, yeah. Even though it's going to be recorded as a death on my file, I definitely feel obligated to at least show that off.
You're right. Hurry and
what I
find that
don't
church,
feel
Leon.
obligated to show off here is because... So, quick behind the scenes thing. Because of how most of my games are currently in a storage unit elsewhere, the only reason I'm able to play this on my Wii is that I don't have the disc with me. I'm actually running this off of the SD card using the Nintendo loader, which lets you, like, load GameCube ISOs off either the USB hard drive or SD card. When I was last testing this, at least with, like, another version of, like, the file of, like, the ISO, which I think at that point it was probably compressed, when I went through that door to trigger that cutscene, it would hard crash and produce an awful buzzing sound, and I have not tested it on this new ISO to see if that's fixed, and I don't feel like subjecting you all to that on stream and having to spend an extra few minutes resetting the Wii, loading up the homebrew channel, getting into Nintendo, and then booting the game again. Even though this is at the very beginning of the chapter, I don't feel like it's worth it. Besides, that's just more things you can look up yourself. It's a cool cutscene otherwise. But yeah, I'm gonna show off shooting the water, and what happens to that once we get to Del Lago, cause it's pretty funny. It's so good that they made it like a dedicated achievement on the HD versions. Oh man, my inventory is getting so packed. Yeah. It's all because of this stupid fish that I'm just keeping around simply because I want to eventually sell it. Oh yeah, but of course we get another egg in here. This is not the egg, but just a brown chicken egg. It's all good. Oh yeah, but at this point I think the next trick I'm going to do involves chewing through a whole lot of my rifle ammo, which will thankfully make a bit more room in my inventory stacks. Yeah, Dr. Salvador's outside. He's got another ruby that will be very useful to sell off. And then another spinel, which I think is like in another... Oh wait, actually, hold on, I forget. One of these pictures... Oh wait, no, I'm getting it confused with like in the castle, because there are like certain portraits of Sadler where you can remove them and you'll be able to like get some hidden gold bars. But yeah, here's Dr. Salvador. He can see us, but we've not crossed the line that triggers him. So let's just do this. Oh, come on. Okay, 2 for 1, that's good. More time to reload. I still want to hold on to as many of my grenades as possible, just for some moments in in all of Act 2. Let's just... Okay. Yeah. And I'll just use the rest of my pistol ammo to finish him. Nice! Roundhouse kick ended the fight. Beautiful. Now then. Ah yes, bird nest up here. There we go. Ah yeah, that's right, I remember now. She comes out of there. Okay. Ooh, nice. Yet another thing to mix. Okay. Oh, I see you, TMP ammo. Well, I might pick you up still after this. Oh! Nice! No! Oh, that was not nice. Okay, egg time. Not the egg, just the brown egg. Mmm. Delicious protein. Man, those were some very lucky head pops, all things considered. Oh, screw it, I'm picking this up now. Who cares? More things to sell. Continuing to show my disgust for everything about the TMP. So many juicy head pops. You gotta love it. Alright. Soon I will be free of this mess in my inventory. Yeah. Of course, I still need to make a detour to the chicken farm because I still miss those 2 medallions. I at least want to make sure I'm getting enough to get the Punisher for free that I can immediately sell it back. No, 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 no. No. They bring your health down so much. Oh, man. No, 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 no. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just gonna use one of these. Oh, dear. I completely lost my sense of direction with these things. No, just run through. Ah, you know what? I got two incendiaries. You're getting the fire. Gonna give you a heart attack, yeah? To be fair, I'm getting one too. Like, man. This game just gives you the heart palpitations like crazy when you're in the thick of it. Or watching. Because again, this is professional. We don't have the mercy of dynamic difficulty to save us if we die. Things are gonna keep being just as hard as they are now. Sure, flash grenade, why not? Ugh, alright. I still hear... Oh yeah, I see him. Oh! I am an idiot! I had a red, green, yellow right there. I could have taken him when my health got to danger. What am I doing? Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna sweat it anymore at this point. I made my mistakes. Okay, I hear someone throwing a sickle or axe. Where are they? Oh, right. I see ya, boy. Oh, finally. Good grief. Yeah, that could have gone better. That's gonna happen a lot with this stream. Whole lot of things where I clear a room and go, yeah, it could have been better. But yeah, let's go back this way. Hopefully the dudes here didn't repop. Or they might have. I don't know. I'd rather get these 2 medallions I missed with as little pain as possible. Oh yeah, guess they're not. Nice. Yeah, because they only repopulate this zone once it gets to nighttime in Act 2. No problem. Yeah. 6, and can I make it? No, probably not. I have to get closer. Come on. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta stop adjusting the reticule and let the sway naturally bring it back to where you want to shoot. And it's all good. Now to the church. To the underground passage, and we can finally start offloading some of our goodies to the old merchant. We can be ready to go. Yeah. Now making sure... Yeah, there's a spindle on the inside of the chapel. And then 3 treasures on the ceiling when we get into the underground passage. Double checking just to make sure that I got everything. Yeah, and I'm gonna have so much handgun ammo to sell once I'm done. At least 50 that I want to sell. Oh. Hour 34. Cool. No more light. It's a shame how much I dislike the TMP, because the box art for its ammo is so good. You know? Look at that, jackal. Even though it clearly shows a wolf. Whatever, it's cool. To a degree. That's the only thing that is cool about the TMP. Alright. Down through here. Making sure I've not been missing anything. Yeah. And this is how you know when stuff is in the ceiling. Because it starts shining off what little ambient light there is left, I guess. It's a bit easier to see the shine. Yay, elegant headdress. Spinel. Spinel again. Boo. Nothing in there. Okay, yeah, I was making sure, because there are more spinels that show up, but that's only at night.
Got something that might interest you.
Boy, do you.
Got some rare.
Yep, okay.
What are you selling?
Alright, handgun. Sell off.
Is that all, stranger?
No, I meant hit yes when I want to sell off 50.
Thank you.
21 shells is good.
Is that all?
Sell all 100 TMP ammo.
Thank you.
I got no more rifle shots. Keeping that gold chicken egg. Sell this bass, which admittedly is like not that much, but whatever. It's extra stuff.
Thank you.
Ruby.
Thank you.
Brass pocket watch.
Thank you.
And trying to remember. Yes, elegant address. It does not combine with anything, so we can sell it off right there.
Thank you.
Elegant mask, we do combine with stuff. Same with the beer stein, so we hold on. 66k, cool. What do we got? Yeah. Not much else, really. We don't need the TMP stock, but we can tune some of these guns. It's funny, when I was playing through this game with the intent of trying to maximize on money used for upgrading guns, I for some reason thought that it was more practical to not upgrade weapons like the handgun or shotgun until you got the version of those weapons you wanted to stick with for the end of the game. I realized, especially on professional, that was a huge mistake, because I forgot back then that when you upgrade a weapon, when you resell it later, it's at a higher value than it would be if you just had it at stock. It's kind of nuts that way. So yeah, we're gonna upgrade this regular gun as much as we can right up till when we get the red 9 and then sell it off. Same for the shotgun once the riot gun is available.
Thank you.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like when you're playing well, the only things you really only need to spend money on outside of tuning, like that are in the buy menu, is just new weapons or like accessories for like stocks or rifle scopes.
Is that all, stranger?
Actually, I'm pretty sure, like, my capacity when I reloaded, yeah, it's already full. It doesn't feel practical to try and boost the capacity on this right
Is
now.
that all?
Firepower's
Thank
where it's
you.
at. Cool. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Merchant, for being the best in all of video games. Now then, this next part... Yeah, this is where the remaining medallions are. Yep. And then, of course, there's the puzzle behind the objective for the green cat's eye, which I know is always like a pain and feels kind of like trial and error just to get it, but I think I still remember the general pattern to go with. Okay. Oh. Beautiful. Only the crunchiest of headshots. No, 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 no! Oh, why? No. Screw that, I'm reloading a checkpoint. It doesn't count as a death, thankfully. But it's like, it probably would have been, like, the same either way. Oh. I completely lost track of this. I should have just run forward because it was still rolling right in my direction. I was, no joke, standing on top of that thing when it blew up. That was ridiculous. I can still hear those dynamite dudes. Oh! No, who cares? I'll simply accept that hit. Professional really does make you feel it. This early on, especially, it's just... Any regular hit is gonna, like, count as, like, taking you from fine to caution. Oh, right, that's where they came from, because there's that open spot in the fence. Oh, dear. Huh. Don't have a pitchfork anymore. Too dumb to pick it back up for yourself. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, goody. More shotgun shells. Yeah. Yeah, now that we got the increased capacity and whatnot, it definitely helps in expending a lot of the excess ammo that I have. Oh, wait, that's right. I still have the regular chicken egg. It's not going to be a full heal at this rate, but it'll be close enough. Yeah, that's fine. We'll accept that. Let's check inside what's in this hut. Yep, more handgun ammo. Because you can never have enough of that, I suppose. That's 9. Oh, I keep forgetting that I could just press Z to pick up, to get the map. Okay, so it's in that corner. Can I shoot it through? Nah, that's not a good angle. Alright, just the other way around then. Okay, let me actually just double check just to make sure, because I know with this, I want to say that this kind of contributes to the puzzle solution, as it were. Because at least, yeah, the double-headed gravestones. Different for all the graves. Well, the most common one is the regular Los Illuminados insignia, but yeah, if I recall, the way I remembered it was calling it ZMV. Yeah. Like, just take DMV and replace it with with V. Or something like that. Yeah, so I already got that, so the ones around the church I need to do next. Oh, right, and yeah, behind the... And yeah, once we go behind the church, I know there's going to be some dudes just waiting for us. Oh yeah, I should just move these grenades back over here now. I no longer have the bass, like, taking up inventory. There's no reason. Oh yeah, that's actually a much nicer looking way of organizing these, yeah? So I got that little lucky golden egg right in the bottom left corner. Okay, now where is that? Oh yeah. Can I... Okay, finally. Oh yeah, these dudes. At least it's a bit easier to nail shooting the dynamite from this distance and angle. That's pretty satisfying. Like, they basically give that to you. Okay, now I'm hitting my excess of shotgun ammo, so gonna have this ready. Yeah, 3 family insignias, we all know this. ZMV. So, yeah, 3, 4. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is where the puzzle trips you up when it happens, because it's like, because it's impossible to get the rings to go in a way that make it so the what am I saying, that it only lights up ZMV. But it kind of works out in the end, because again, these are Resident Evil puzzles. They are not designed to screw you over in the same way that old, like, Sierra or LucasArts adventure game puzzles were, you know? Like, the games were already cruel and mean enough to you in other ways. They didn't need to do it with, like, stupidly complex puzzles. Oh, yeah, always gotta trigger this.
Leon, have you reached the church yet?
Well, yeah. Sort of.
Leon, did I mention not to take the scenic route? At any rate, Ashley's probably inside that structure. Rescue her, hurry!
I don't know, I get the feeling that the door's just gonna be locked anyway. Oh well, might as well. I love that little bit. That little codec call that happens when you deliberately go past the objective point.
Leon. The door's locked. I can't get in.
Didn't they teach you how to pick locks at the academy?
There's some sort of indentation.
No, they
or
taught me
something
how
that
to
might fit
shoot
inside.
open doors and kick them
there's no
down
use
with my
standing around.
with my iron
Leon, you
feet.
have to find some way or something to get inside.
Whatever. Let's get going. Coming up in an hour and 50 minutes of this already. Sucks because, like, I know that the other, like, major, Oh, wait, that's right. I forgot to, like, shoot the medallion that's, like, near where the puzzle is. Dang, I gotta go back anyway. Alright. Through here. Yeah. Go back to handguns for this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, because now I'm remembering the stuff I have left to do for this chapter. There's the room that you fight El Gigante in later, which has, like, the Ring of Crows. Following that, obviously, is the first water room, which I know is kind of a slog. No, it's not that box. It's this box! Screw you, Snake! Yeah, I'll use it. Ugh. The snakes are mean. One of these days, I'll be able to fully commit to memory where each and every one of those is hidden in the game. Because, man, it's like, they don't do a lot of damage. But they make you feel so bad for getting hit by one of those snakes every single time. You know? Because they always sneak them in to those situations where you're just shooting or knifing open a box like normal, and it's like you're confused initially or like surprised, and even the slightest hesitation is what always gets you. You don't kill or knife, you don't shoot or knife it in time, and therefore it manages to get a bite on you. That's just how it goes. Oh yeah. Just get this out. Let's see, there wasn't anything else I missed from there. Yeah, there weren't any spinels in that previous room. Okay. Well, this was always fun to do. Ta-da! And I think the even better part about this is that because they knew this was designed for you to use the flash grenade, the center crow always gives you an extra one just to make up for the one you used, which is a very nice touch. I appreciate that about this game. There's alright. Yeah, there's a spinel here, but there isn't a yellow herb in here. At least not until like you get to nighttime when you're fighting the El Gigante. Which is definitely a hard thing to manage because of how during his fight, when he crushes any of these sheds, a lot of the treasures and items inside go along with it. Which again is why you always have Huey the dog to help you out, providing an ample distraction. But yeah, I think that's good enough. Yeah, like that daytime spinel. Yeah, that was the only one in there. So, and then the first water room has the antique pipe and another spinel that we'll go for. And I may or may not try and like kill every single ganado that comes my way in there. I'll just get the pipe and the spinel and be done. Because I really do want to get to Del Lago and like keep the time I spend on this first stream as close to 2 hours as possible. Because I feel that has very much been my optimal time limit for when I do streams. Because otherwise, once it goes past that and close to 3 hours, I start to feel the fatigue setting in. My ability to play is no longer quite as good past that point without taking a break. So this should be fine. Hey, I shot all your stupid medallions. Give me the free gun that I'm immediately going to sell back to you at an increased price.
What are you buying?
Admittedly, when I did my first couple playthroughs, I always did, like, I sold the 9mm regular handgun instead and saved it for the, and started using the Punisher instead before getting the Red 9. But then, I believe, because of how things are set up with the Punisher, and it being a technically more valuable gun, it's more practical to sell this back instead of your upgraded regular handgun. At least I think so. We'll see if that theory holds true. Yep, Punisher beats it out. It's admittedly by only by 1,000 pesetas, but it still counts.
Ah. Thank you. Is that all, stranger? Is that all?
Okay. Alright, I need to remember to keep combining the green cat's eye.
What are you buying? Is that all?
At least I can do this. That's good.
Thank you.
Key treasures. Green cat's eye with Beerstein. Just gotta get the last one much, much later. I love this save room music. But then again, it's the sort of thing I can say for a lot of other RE games. Like, I'm sure I'm probably forgetting or intentionally blanking one out of my head, but I can't think of a game... I can't think of a main Resident Evil game with a save room that doesn't have good save music. Like, even the lesser games like Code... somewhat Code Veronica, I guess, just because that's got kind of problems in general, but despite being how weirdly ambitious it is, but like even RE0, like definitely one of, if not the weakest of the mainline RE games, still has a really good save theme. Like, it always does the job that you want it to do when you go in there. Well, I guess maybe like another instance would probably be like Remake 2's new save theme, which the problem with that, though, is it's less the theme itself, but more the implementation. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I used to not upgrade anything until I got the better versions, but it felt like useless to do just because A, you're still fighting at a disadvantage for certain points, but you know, when you sell it back, it with the upgrades it increases the sale value, which I think is still most important. You normally wouldn't think it does that, though. That is the thing. Hence why I did the exact same thing you did during my first couple playthroughs. Okay. Whew. Now then. Now I know it's around here, I think. If not... Yeah, it is, because like it's supposed to be up somewhere on one of these. Oh, right, it was behind me. There's the spinel. Now, where's the... Okay. Right, okay, yeah, because I think if I remember the pipe, the antique pipe is in like one of the bird nests that you have to shoot. Got it. Okay. See, I'm just gonna... Because this room's not fun. Well, okay, maybe that's too harsh. It's just, it's not easy, and it's got kind of a bit of a feeling of kind of a slog by comparison to some of the other rooms you go through. Yeah, it's just, I'd rather get my treasure. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah! Why did it not send him that way? No, 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 no time for you. The only good places to fight you guys are when I'm on dry land. That's how it works. Shut up. No, 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 no! How did that pitchfork miss me? Okay. I've only got one... Yeah. Oh, you son of a... I don't want to use my... Wait, because I think if I recall, there's still... Is there a green herb in there? I sure hope there is, because I don't feel like using my red and green right now when I'm at caution. Just... Oh, man. Nope, not getting me either, Snake. Okay, this is even better. I get a chicken egg. Whoa! Oh my goodness! That was the scariest thing I've happened when playing this game yet. And it's not anything scripted. Yellow is after the area. Yeah, I thought so, yeah. I recall it being there. It's just I was wondering if there was like a green herb in that hut. But then I remembered once I saw the snake, oh right, I get a, yeah, Jesus indeed. Oof. Almost saw him for a second. Alright, well, I think that's enough messing around in this spot. I could probably just go back through here once it's nighttime if there's anything extra I missed. Heck, there'll probably be new items anyway, but it's... Yeah, let's just get to the thing that's actually exciting about this chapter, and that's Del Lago. Right. And then there's another treasure in this area on the way down, which I think is in another... Right, yeah, we can get this little cutscene here.
Shit. Vámonos. Okay, ándale.
Ándale, ándale. Yeah, that's totally natural to its habitat. Like, this is totally what you find out in the middle of rural Spain. Okay. There's the nest. And a gold bangle with pearls. Okay. There's the yellow herb that I recall. Yeah. We're definitely saving this for the boss fight. Because I know I'm going to take like a hit or two. And you do not want to be at danger level health when he knocks you off the boat. So... Oh, and an extra green for good measure. Yeah, I'll take that. Do a quick save. And then, just because, Oni, you had mentioned it earlier, for everyone else to see, totally intended, does not count against me. This was for educational purposes. Oh, man. Yeah. It and a whole lot of other things, you just know it. I keep trying to forget that exists, just because it's like... Like, it's the sort of thing where it's not even a matter of they showed a trailer to prove that exists. It's just they said offhand in, like, interviews or like like press releases that yes, RE4 remake is in the plans. But it's like, it's the sort of thing where I almost kind of hope that it's just something that like dies midway through development because they realize it's not working out in the way that'll satisfy everyone. Because like, this game right here, even though I am deliberately playing this on the original like release that it came on, which was the Gamecube, a system that did not output at HD, it was limited only to 480p progressive and 30 frames per second, it is still an incredibly modern feeling game, and way more, I'd argue, than a whole lot of other games that came out after this. Just not to like anywhere close to the same amount of polish and like consistency in design. No! Oh, I should have kept. Oh. That's what I get for continuing to talk during this. I didn't even get a single harpoon in him during that first run. Oh man. Whatever. It's funny with like the bosses on Professional, this is just reminding me on how much I am just gonna eat it once I get to Bitores. Because his fight was always the biggest pain for me on Professional, which I guess will be much more evident once we get to the next stream or one following. But yeah, I mean, like, it's like, Del Lago's a fun set piece. It's not that hard. It's just you gotta be good in managing going back and forth between the aim modes and actually steering your boat. Come on. Can I get two? Yes, I can. Okay. No. Steer out of the... What? Oh my goodness. I always expect him to show up on the left, not the right. Oh no, that was a bad idea. He's still bleeding though. He's still bleeding. We could kill it. Oh man. Ugh. This game on Professional makes you the most uncomfortable when it comes to caution, yellow health. Because on normal, you play it enough times, you're like, yeah, it's okay, I can take it on caution. But it's just, good grief, a single hit is enough to bring you from green to yellow, and that just opens you up to all kinds of risk. Okay, where are you going? Left or right? Left or right? Left, okay. Just... let me stick you a few more times. Okay. Please let this be the last volley I need. Yeah. It's farther away in that direction, so... No. No. Ah, still missed him somewhat, but... Ah! Okay. Which side? Okay. Left. Ugh. Good. I remembered to not instinctively go to the right this time. Yes! Alright! Oh. Oh, man. It's okay. Used all my health items. It's no big deal. We can get more next time. Come on. And there we go. Del Lago has been slain. Who otherwise looks like the inspiration for Sir Om Nom Nom from Lost Planet 2. A game I have barely played just because it's entire focus and design doesn't appeal to me, but I at least know from other people talking about the similarities between that monster and Del Lago. Oh, that's not good. Alright. And there we go. Finished Act 1. And that's basically me completing my goal for this first stream. So, yeah. Next time, yeah, it'll be starting Wednesday, same time. Get through Act 2, or at the very least, most of it. Depending on how things go with Mendez, it may or may not go with outside the realm of like what I'm comfortable with streaming in the given time frame. But yeah, thanks for people that showed up for this, and as well as sticking through to the end. Thanks, Oni. Yeah, so yeah, this has been good going back to this and kind of. Just because the GameCube version has been my favorite and preferred version to play for a while, it's been nice to run it through this CRT overlay I've got and do as much as I can to remove most of the letterboxing as possible, because that's the sort of thing with this version that I would say is still like the one downside that all the others fixed. Especially with PS2 and Wii, considering that those could run on systems that were designed with 4x3 monitors in mind. It's just the fact that this game did not think to include an actual widescreen option for the people who potentially back in 2005 or like a couple of years after would have had the displays to stretch it out and like take full advantage of that screen space. But instead, I get to take advantage of as much of this stream space as I can. So yeah, this will definitely be the settings I go with for the time being, just to make it look as nice as possible within the realm of analog 480p video. So that's it for this. Wednesday, again, will be the start of Act 2. So have a good night, everyone.